I am Roxanne Swentzell from Santa Clara Pueblo in northern New Mexico, and I am the president and co-founder of Flowering Tree Permaculture Institute. I started to save seed in the 1980s and became interested in growing gardens, growing things, and started to realize that there were foods and gardens from this area that had special seeds that come with it. It was a concept that never crossed my mind until in my early 20s. And then I was given a handful of white corn from my grandmother that was in a pouch. That was my grandfather's seeds. My grandfather had passed by then, but she says, you could have this seed. It's the last of this seed. And I was very taken by that. And that year I planted it all. It was just a handful, but I planted it and I was excited about it. Next day I went out there and every spot I planted was dug up by mice, and I had lost all that seed, and that was the end of that. That was it, and it hit me hard that, oh my God, I've been given this precious seed, and just like that it was gone. I think it affected me really strongly, so that I wanted to never have that happen again. So I started to save, not plant it all, but save some somewhere safe in case it didn't do well that year. So I think that's how seed saving started for me, and it became very precious. Being from a Pueblo tribe and having, farming be part of our cultural, who we are as Pueblo people, it's very important to keep these crops alive within culture, within the community, because, I've had people ask me, did you give some of your seed to that seed bank in wherever, Germany or wherever it is, these airlock things, and to me that's a horrible thought, to have our seeds, which to us are our relatives, part of our family, to put them in some place far, far away from home. They need to be home. They need to be where they evolved and had, the community they knew around them. The songs are important. The way they're used in the culture and community are important. So place-based seed savings is really important to me as a Pueblo person. Challenges to keeping a seed bank is keeping the varieties pure and keeping them from being destroyed by either, fire, rodents, moths, worms, heat, but just safe. There's a whole factor in, taking care of these seeds so that they have a longer life. My first quantity of, besides my grandfather's seeds, my first beginnings of our seed bank actually came from ashes of another seed bank up at Okeawinge or San Juan Pueblo. They had in the 70s and 80s, they had a little seed bank there going, and they were trying to save traditional Pueblo seeds there, and some teenagers went and burnt down the seed bank, and they were destroyed. But in the ashes, me and some other individuals went and collected what might be some viable seed that was left in the ashes, and we actually started Flowering Tree Seed Bank from those seeds. My process is look at the shelf. Sometimes I'll look at the dates on the jars of seeds and decide whether it's time to grow this variety out or we're going to lose it. It's as simple as, like, sometimes, well, people have been wanting more white corn, for instance. It's like, okay, this year we'll grow out a field of this white corn, or the other field we can grow more rare variety, but then we have a bulk crop that gets, then a lot of it is not just saved for seed, but is used in the community for ceremonies or food or different things that we need in the community. So it's kind of, we have a little field that is just for seed, and then a bigger field that gets mixed both seed and for, Pueblo use. Concerns are keeping the seed bank at a good temperature and safe from predators, and hopefully, making a environment for them that they're safe enough to then keep them safe for next generations of people. Growing as much of it out as possible and keeping them safe. For Flowering Tree here, we don't sell seed, and we're not a seed company, but we do, have been saving seed for 40 years. And the community members that are interested in any of the crops that we have seed of, they're welcome to come and get some. We always ask that they, return some back. Usually we don't get any back, but we make sure we don't give out more than we can share. We do annual seed exchanges in the valley, and whatever we have an excess of seed, we will package in the springtime and take it to these seed exchanges, and no money is exchanged. We just, as farmers in the valley, exchange seed with each other, and that's how a lot of, I think, our seed has gotten out into the community. Well, I have learned a lot of what I have figured out from trial and error. I didn't have a seed bank at that time when I started. I collected my seeds in an old refrigerator because I wanted to keep rodents out. But there's, I've learned a lot along the way. And now there's like all kinds of amazing seed banks you can go research, and you have the internet now. Back then it was like all I had was a bucket with a good tight lid. And things like do we let the seeds breathe or not breathe? Do you make them so airtight, or do you let some kind of breath come through? All those kind of questions are really important to ask. I always think of it as a love story, and it's like if we love these crops, then we will do what it takes to keep them going. And so, you don't have to grow a whole lot. You can find the ones you are in love with and keep those ones going, and that's good.